If you're new to the channel, you're welcome. My name is Rich Love, and this is my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to make something totally different, a different video, kind of like a get to know me, but content creator edition or content creation edition. Personally, this is a very selfish video. Let me just start off with that. But also, I want to share my journey. I want to just reflect on my journey so far as a content creator. I've been wanting to make something like this since hitting 1K subscribers, and I think this is the best way to go about it. So let's just get straight into the video. We're going to be doing 10 questions, content creator edition. If I am looking down, it's because I am reading my notes. I don't know exactly what these questions entail. I just look at the first question, I answer it. So I don't know what these questions are going to be. I feel like that is more authentic, maybe, helps me to really reflect, and hopefully this video also helps if you're listening. So the first question is, what made you actually start posting content? Yeah, so what made you actually start posting content? Like what pushed you to hit upload the first time? And for me, it's I feel like it's a lot of things that just came together to inform that decision. So for ever since I could remember, I liked music, I liked movies, I liked media, especially people who spoke on TV. I grew up watching the likes of Jessica, I grew up watching the likes of like all those media personalities, right? So it was always something that I thought I was going to do. Like I always wanted to, be in media. I always wanted to be like those people that were talking on TV and all that. But, I was also very, very shy, very, I don't like, I want to be out there, but I don't want to be out there. So I've always had that at the back of my mind that I liked media, like I wanted to do something that has to do with media. So that aside, fast forward after graduation, after doing my national service, after that, if you're in Nigeria, the equivalent of national service is like NYSC. So after that, there wasn't really anything I was doing because usually the expectation is that, you finish your NSS or your national service, you start working and you start earning money. If you don't get work, you start, doing different types of things. So I found myself in this space or in this point in my life where I wasn't really doing anything after my national service. I was just, I was home. I was applying for jobs here and there, but I wasn't really getting any feedback. And I am the type of person who hates being idle. Like, I don't like being idle and not doing anything. I feel like I could make more productive use of my time. So during that time, I remember I started watching a lot of videos on YouTube. I was watching productivity videos. I just like the idea of always improving, always having, certain aspects of your life that you're working on. So that was how come I landed on YouTube. I've always known that YouTube was a thing, but I really didn't really see creating content on YouTube as something that was like something I wanted to do, right? So I started watching a lot of YouTube videos. And again, during that time, because I was looking for ways to make money, I started also watching how to make money videos on the same platform. So I was watching videos to improve myself again in different aspects, financially, productive wise, and all that. So I was like, okay, I'm done. But and around that time, I was also trying to figure myself out. I was also trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with my life because after uni, I feel like after uni you just start to discover or ask a lot of questions. What do I want to do? Which area do I want to venture into and all that stuff? So I was like, this is the time or the period in my life where I can do a lot of experimenting. So watching all these videos, how to make money videos, a lot of the I want to say everything was merging into the idea of identifying what you're passionate about, identifying the things that you enjoy doing, and finding ways and means of getting revenue out of it, like making money. So in this case, monetizing your passions. So I thought about it, and some of these videos were talking about the fact that starting a YouTube channel is something that is really good and it can help you get passive income. So I was like, I mean, I'm home, I'm not doing anything. I like creating videos, and not I like creating videos because at that time I hadn't created any video. I liked watching people on TV, watching the idea of talking about things that you either have experience in or have, knowledge about. I thought about it, and that is what led to me creating my first video. So I actually made a couple of videos, and yeah, till date they're still under private. But I made my first video. I think that first video was about how I got a first class at the university. So I really wanted to just talk about my experiences. That was the idea of starting my YouTube channel, because I feel like that's the best and most natural way to go about content creation. That was in the year 2022. Yes, I believe it was 2022. And after I had that first upload, I genuinely enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, this is something that we can do, right? This is something that we can do in the coming days. But what I did not expect was how hard it was going to be. You guys, starting a YouTube channel is really good. It's great. It has taught me so many things: resilience, persistence, discipline. But it is hard. I won't lie. But I don't want to digress. But that's how I started creating content. And 3 years fast forward, we are here finally at 1K subscribers. So my next question is, what part of content creation do people totally underestimate? I feel like this is a very interesting question because I'm always triggered when people say, "Oh, it's content creation. You just had to turn on your camera and press record and start filming." The amount of work that it takes a certain level of creativity to be able to create really, really good content. And I've seen so many good content out there. And sometimes I'm like, how did this person think about this? You know how you be watching a video on YouTube or wherever, and you're like, how did this person think about this concept, right? So a lot of people underestimate the amount of work that goes into content creation, the amount of creativity that and the skills you need to have to be able to make really good content. And mind you, I said really good content. So the third question, or question number three, is, do you ever rewatch your own videos, or do you cringe and pretend they don't exist? I personally like watching my own videos. I personally like watching my own videos because I am always looking for ways to improve on my storytelling. So I don't know if you've noticed, but if you watch my vlogs, sometimes instead of, doing a normal day in my life, I want to tell a story. And I want to tell a story using the things I have around me, right? So when I watch my previous videos, one, it helps me to improve on my content. Maybe you'll be watching your old video and you see something, you'd be like, maybe I could have done it this way. I could have told the story or the scene in a different way. But more than watching my own videos, I like watching other people's videos, other content creators' videos, because it also helps me to get new and fresh ideas. But yeah, I do watch my own videos to improve on my content. My next question is, what's one thing you've learned about yourself because of making content? So I think I have learned that if I'm interested in something, like if I'm really head on interested and fully immersed in something, I don't easily give up. Like, I don't quit on things. I remember when I started with not even a single subscriber. along the way, like over the years, mind you, it's been 3 years since I got to 1K subscribe. It took 3 years for me to, what am I saying? It took 3 years for me to get to 1K subscribers. And throughout this 3 year journey, there's been ups, there's been downs, there's been times where I didn't have anything to film with, and all I had was, I think I started off with an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 6S. That phone broke down. I was trying to get different ways and means of getting a new gadget to film with. I didn't have anything. I didn't even have a tripod to begin with. And along the way, I eventually got a tripod. I got a very small mini, very low quality tripod from Jumia that didn't work out. That wasn't a long term fix. Later on, got a tripod, got a camera that also broke down, got another camera, and like it's been a long. I actually, when I think about it, it's been a very, very, and a lot of people don't know this because I've never shared it, on my channel, but if I'm interested, and this is something that I've also realized recently from hitting 1K subscribers, if I wasn't going to make any money from my videos, I would still be doing YouTube. Like, I've gotten to the point where I've come to accept, which is even a topic for a different day, but I've come to accept and understand that I'm not doing this because I'm going to get monetized, or I'm monetized, or I want to get monetized, or I want to make money from making videos. Granted, yes, you're going to make money. You're making money from making videos. But if that was taken out of the equation, which I didn't know this, by the way, I didn't know this when I started off. When I started off, I was like, I'm passionate about this and I can make money out of this. So let me just merge the two and see what comes out of it. But since reaching 1K subscribers, I realized that this is something that I really enjoy. Like, and if I don't monetize it, that's okay. Like, I'll keep doing it because I really enjoy being on camera, telling stories, telling my story, filming about my life, recording my life, talking to you like this. It's really, really fulfilling for me. And if I don't make any money out of it, that's fine. So that's one of the things that I've learned about myself because of making content, that I'm very, very resilient and I don't easily give up on things that I'm really passionate about or things that I really care about. So, yeah. So, question number 5, which I think actually is interrelated with question number 4, because what am I saying? I already answered that, but it says here that if tomorrow social media disappeared, would you still create just for fun? And I believe I've answered that, which is yes, I definitely would create it, or I would definitely create content just for fun. So, question number 5 says, okay, no, we've already tackled that. Moving on to question number 6. It says that what's one video you made that felt super you? Like, this is why I started doing this. And I would say that for me, it's every single one of my videos. Like, in every video that I make, there's a part of me that is immersed in that video. If I make a video and it doesn't feel authentic to me, just feels off, there's just something about the video that doesn't resonate with me, I might not post that video, or I might post that video and later on just private it just for me, or I'll just delete it. But so far, I honestly haven't had a situation like that where I would have to private a video or delete a video because it just didn't, resonate with me. So to answer the question, all my videos, every single one of my videos gives me that feeling that this is why I do this. How do you deal with creative blocks or burnouts when you still want to show up online? And I would be lying if I say that I haven't suffered countless times from burnout from creating content. But I always find myself coming back because, again, I genuinely like making videos or creating content. And for me, with burnouts, I feel like most of the time when it happens, I just go off. So if you see me like me missing out on my schedules or me not maintaining my consistency here on YouTube or any other social media platforms, it's probably because life is lifing. And let's be honest, sometimes it happens. Life is lifing. You have other things that you're doing, and you feel like you can't really balance the two and still give off 100% of yourself, which is, granted, understandably. But on different times when, I'm not online here, it's also probably because I'm burnt out and I'm just trying to recover and just, yeah. So, and one of the things I do or I find myself doing when I feel like I'm burnt out is I actually watch other people rather than creating. When I have a creative block, I watch other people and I watch a varied um a variety of content. So I watch vlogs, I watch sit down videos, I watch tutorials, I watch entertaining videos, I watch movies, like I watch different things. So if I'm burnt out, yeah, I just go off YouTube. But not for a very long time. I always find myself coming back. So yeah. We are gradually getting to the end of this video. But the next question is, do you plan your content in advance or you are more of a wake up and wing it kind of person? And I think for me it really depends on the type of content I'm making. So for my vlogs, I honestly don't make them in advance because that would not make sense. I just film as the day go by. So if you've been here for some time, you know that majority of the vlogs that I make are just days in my live videos or days in my live vlogs. So I don't think that would be very practical to film them or plan them ahead of time before filming, if that makes sense. But what I do usually sometimes do in my vlog when it comes to planning is there's a certain type of way I want you to feel while you're watching my video. And I think that's a very good way when it comes to storytelling. That's a very good way to go about things. So I do plan. So I plan things like the music I'm going to be using, um the emotion that I want the video to um reflect or resonate. I'm not sure that's the word I'm looking for, but yeah. So at a certain point in at every single point in my vlogs or during the video, what you're feeling is exactly how I'm feeling while you're watching that video. I don't know if that makes sense. So in terms of planning, that's what I would say. Maybe I do plan when it comes to my vlogs. But with if I should decide to do sit down videos like this, definitely I want to plan ahead of time, batch, create, and all that stuff. So yes, I don't plan my vlogs, but in the event that I decide to make sit down videos like this, and comment down below if you want to see videos like this as well, where we share and talk, just that was just by the way. So yeah, if I decide to do videos like that, then obviously I'm going to plan ahead of time and batch create. So yeah. So this next question is really interesting. That's question number 9. It says that what's something behind the scenes about making videos that your audience probably doesn't realize? And honestly, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. Like, especially if you do vlogs and you want your vlogs to be interesting, you don't want it to be boring, and it takes a lot. Like a lot goes on behind the scenes of my videos, and I don't even know where to start from. So first of all, it's very difficult. Like how you see the videos takes a lot of work. So, for example, and sometimes it might or it's tempting for it to disrupt your normal daily activity. For example, if I'm getting ready to go to work and I plan to film, the process of getting to work, it means that I have to wake up super early, get everything in order, get myself prepped for work. That's my real life. And also take the shots that I want to. So as you're taking the shots, you're imagining how the edit is going to go and how the scenes are going to play out. And in as much as the final thing looks so nice, it takes a lot of work, a lot of changing angles, um just storytelling in general. And I honestly like the whole process, but sometimes it's just, oh my goodness, it's just so difficult, especially if you're one person editing, filming, um developing ideas and all that. It's not easy. So that's one of the things that go on behind the scenes, that you probably will not realize in the final video. Finally, our last question: who or what inspires you to keep creating content even when views or numbers aren't where you want them to be? And for me, um, it's been different things along the way. Currently, it's the reason why I consistently keep making videos even when maybe my views aren't as I would want them to be, is the fact that this is in a way, or the vlogs I make is in a way for me to document my life. So, documenting the highs, the lows, which is why sometimes I make some of the videos expecting that those videos are not going to do well, because they aren't necessarily for you, but they are for me. I know the type of videos that my audience likes to watch. And sometimes when you see me making a video or a type of content that's totally unrelated, but I make them anyway, even though people don't watch it. It's because those videos are for me and not necessarily for you. So today, this is the first time I'm sharing this. I consciously know what to expect when I post that video, when I upload that video. And it's those videos, I call them my selfish videos. I think this is one of those videos. I don't know. It depends on how you guys react to this particular video. But yeah, I create those videos because I genuinely want to look back and say, okay, this was a certain point in my life where I was going through this or that, and that continuously makes me make such videos. I don't know if that answered the question. It says, okay, I think yeah, those um yeah, that's what makes me continuously make videos. And for my vlogs, I continuously make them again because I'm documenting my life. I actually shared this on my other YouTube channel on content creation, that I got inspired by this person. I'm always going to say it because that's just the truth. I got inspired by Moreni KG's vlogs to start making vlogs. I think I've shared that on that channel. So if you are interested, I'm going to link that in the description box down below. Go and watch that video and maybe subscribe on that channel as well. But yeah, I got inspired to make, not necessarily exactly how she makes her vlogs, but inspired to make vlogs in general. I also got inspired to make vlogs by Life of Riza. She is just on another level. I liked how, her storytelling is. And I learned from all these people, to be honest. I think they inspire me, and they inspire me to continuously move or continuously put content out there, even if the videos aren't encouraging, because they all started from low views. Like, a lot of people started from low views. Another person that really inspires me, I think this is the first time I'm going to mention her name on this channel, is Life of Jayan, or Jayan of Africa. I don't know which is which. But yeah, she's very consistent. And when she started, she wasn't, getting a lot of views. And she consistently showed up. And now she's getting like so much views and so much traction on her channel. And I think people like that also inspire me. So what is the fact that I am documenting my life, and it's just a record for me to keep, even if people don't watch it. And also, the who are these people that I've mentioned. These are not, all those people, but there's so many other. I'm thinking of a Ghanaian content creator, so that it doesn't look like I'm just mentioning Nigerians and people abroad, but there are so many content creators. There's I can't believe I'm forgetting this person. Okay. Anyway, that's just it. I can't remember her. There are a couple of them actually, but anyway. So thank you so much for watching. These are 10 questions that just I guess helps me reflect on my journey so far over the past 3 years, 3 plus years actually, as a content creator here on YouTube. And I'm sure there are lots of things that maybe you may have learned through this video, and that's the whole point of making this video. So if you did enjoy this video, you know what I'm going to say already: subscribe, like, comment. Yeah, so like I said in the beginning of the video, if you have any other questions that you'd like me to answer, yeah, comment down below, let me know, and I'll definitely answer them. Also, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you, a very big thank you to all my subscribers, all those who watch my videos, those who comment. I am so grateful. I'm always going to say it. I don't take it for granted. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed, I'm going to say it again: subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.